Good morning and welcome to this mathematics class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. We are doing Unit 2 of Section 1 Mathematics. What is Unit 2? Permutation, combination and linear programming problem. In that, we started with permutation. In my last lecture, I had given you the number of how to calculate the total number of permutations of n objects taken r at a time. That is denoted by NPR, and how it is given as NPR is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. What is the meaning of factorial? Where what is n factorial? It is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to 1. Go on reducing the number until you get 1 and then multiply all the numbers. So it is basically the product of first n natural numbers. So for example, if out of 7 objects, you have to arrange any 4 objects, how many such arrangements will be possible? It will be 7p4. And how do you calculate that? 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 4 factorial. What is 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 4 means 3 factorial. That will give you 7 factorial, that is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, I can write as 3 factorial. And in the denominator, it is 3 factorial. So this and this will cancel and I will left with 7 into 6 into 5 into 4. And how much is that? So 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 will give you 840. That means total number of arrangements of 4 objects out of 7 will be 840. Then some problems we have solved. So today we are going to solve some more problems. Okay. So let us write down the first problem. In how many different ways can the letters of the word Friday is arranged? The first question, how many of these arrangements begin with vowel? Second question, how many of these arrangements begin with vowel and end with consonant? Okay. So look at the question. The question is, in how many different ways can the letters of the word Friday be arranged? How many of these arrangements begin with a vowel And third one is how many of these arrangements begin with a vowel and end with a consonant. Okay. How to solve such type of problems? Now see here, in the word Friday, how many letters are there? Solution. There are how many letters in the word Friday? Friday. There are 6 letters. There are 6 letters in the word Friday. What are these 6 letters? F, R, I, D, A, Y. These are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to arrange these 6 letters in 6, I mean at 6 places. Arranging the 6 letters means filling the 6 places. Correct? Okay. So these 6 places I have to fill. So this can be done. Out of 6, I'm taking 6 and arranging them in order. So that can be done in 6P, 6 different ways. So these 6 letters can be arranged. These 6 letters can be arranged in how many different ways? In 6P, 6 different ways. Then you calculate the value of 6P6. What is 6P6? It is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 6 factorial. That is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 6 is 0. So 0 factorial. So it will give you, 0 factorial is always 1. So the answer will be 6 factorial, which is nothing but 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. So how much you will get? 360. Let us see. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 will give you 720. Okay. So that means the letters of the word Friday, which are 6 in numbers, they can be arranged in 720 different ways. Look at the second question. What it says, how many of these arrangements begin with, see what was that? How many of these arrangements? So first one we have done. The letters of the word can be arranged. How many in how many ways you can arrange the letters of the word? Okay. Then the second one is how many of these arrangements begin with vowel? Okay. So let us see in the out of these, the second one I'm saying begin with vowel. Okay. Begin with vowel. Now you must know what is vowel. In the word Friday, there are these 6 letters. Okay. How many vowels are there? You know what are vowels? What are the meaning of vowels in English? A, E, I, O, U. These are called as vowels, correct? And other than this, what are the letters? They are called as consonant. So what are the consonant? Consonants are B, C, D, F, G, H, I is vowel, J and so on. Okay. So vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So out of these 6 letters, which are the vowels? How many vowels are there in this letter? I mean in this word. There are 2 vowels, I and A. There are 2 vowels. I and A. These are the 2 vowels, correct? F, R and D, they are not vowels. है ना? So I want to arrange these letters in such a way that the word should begin with a vowel. Look at here. Look at the question. How many of these arrangements begin with a vowel? Begin with a vowel. Okay. So when I want to arrange them, there are 6, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. FRIDAY. I want to give you the first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, and sixth place. I want to count the arrangements which begin with vowel. So on the first place, I should have only vowel. So either the first place can be filled by I or by A. There are two vowels. So first place, for filling the first place, I have two choices. So first place can be filled by how many vowels are there? By two vowels. There are two vowels and there are two vowels. So first place can be filled by two vowels in how many different ways? 2p1 different ways. 2p1 matlab 2 factorial upon 2 minus 1 factorial, that is 1 factorial. So the answer will be 2 factorial, that is 2. 2 into 1. So two different ways. That means to fill the first place, I have got how many choices? Two choices. Either the first place can be filled by I or by A. Okay. So to fill the first place, I have got 2p two different ways. And if I calculate 2p1, first place, no, only one place. So out of 2, 1. So 2p1, that means two ways. So to fill this first place, I have got how many choices? I have got two choices. Okay. And the remaining places, remaining how many places are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remaining 5 places can be filled by the remaining. Now for the remaining 5 places, I can have the remaining 5 letters. Correct? एक यहाँ आ गया, I और A में से एक. So the remaining 5 places can be filled by the remaining letters. Remaining how many? Remaining 5 letters. Okay. Maybe vowel or consonant. It can be anything. Vowel and consonant. In how many ways? In 5p5 different ways. 5p5 का वैल्यू आता है कितना? 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 5, that is 0 factorial. So the answer is 5 factorial. So I will get 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into, what is 5 factorial? 5p5, that is 5 factorial. It is given by 5 into 4 into so it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So it will be 120. Okay. So for the remaining places, I have got how many choices to fill? By 120 different ways. Okay. So therefore, total number of ways will be, therefore, total number of arrangements which begin with vowel, which begin with a vowel, will be how much? Is given by फर्स्ट प्लेस को भरने के लिए हमारे पास दो चॉइसेस थे और बाकी के को भरने के लिए 5 फैक्टोरियल 120. So it is 2 into 120. So the answer is 240. That means 2 240 different arrangements are possible which begin with vowel. See, total how many were there? Total arrangements were 720. उसमें से 120 will begin with vowel. Okay. So what is the next one? How many of these arrangements begin with a vowel and end with a consonant? Now let us see the third one. Now what we want to count? How many of the arrangements begin with vowel and end with consonant? Okay. Now see, out of these 6 letters in the word Friday, how many, these are the 6 letters, right? So how many vowels are there out of these 6? Vowels are how many? I and A. Vowels are 2 in number. I and A. And how many consonants are there? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. The remaining 4. What are they? F, R, D, and Y. Correct? So I have to now arrange these letters in such a way that the word should begin with the vowel and end with a consonant. So that means arranging means I have to fill the 6 places. Okay. How I will fill these 6 places? The first place has to be a vowel. Means the first place पे क्या होना चाहिए? या तो I या तो A. And the last place, that means the sixth place, that should be filled by any one of the consonant. That means F, R, D or Y. So look at here. To fill the first place, I have how many choices? 2 choices, either I or A. So first place can be filled out of these 2 vowels in how many different ways? 2P, 1 different ways. There are 2 vowels and I have to fill the first place, 1. So that can be done in 2P, 1 different ways. What about the last place? To fill the last place, 6th place. How many I have? 4. 4 out of these 4, any one can occupy the 6th place, last place. So that can be done out of 4. I'm selecting 1 and putting it here. So 4P, 1 different ways. So to fill the first place, I have got how many different ways? 2P, 1 different ways. To fill the last place, I have got 4P, 1 different ways. Now the remaining 4 places, the middle one, they can be filled by the remaining letters. एक इधर आ गया, एक इधर आ गया, out of 6, तो 4 बचे. तो remaining 4 places can be filled in 4P, 4 different ways. I hope you are understanding. See, in this third one, we have to count how many arrangements will begin with vowel and end with consonant. So what we have done, we have counted how many vowels are there in these among these letters. So we have seen that the vowels are only 2, I and A, and the remaining 4 are consonant, F, R, D, and Y. So the first place I have to fill by these 2 vowels. So that can be done in 2P, 1 different ways. The last place, that is 6th place, I have to fill by the consonant, and there are 4 consonants. So the last place can be filled in 4P, 1 different ways. 1 place only. No? The remaining 4 places can be filled by the remaining 4 letters in 4P, 4 different ways. So therefore, by our fundamental theorem, total number of arrangements, therefore, total number of arrangements which begin with vowel and end with consonant is given by 2P1 multiplied by 4P4 multiplied by 4P1. Okay. So you have to multiply them. Now what is 2P1? Just now we have, if you want, we can calculate it here. 2P1 is 2 factorial divided by 2 minus 1, that is 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1, so 2 factorial upon 1. So this answer will be 2 factorial. What is 4P4? You can calculate here. 4P4, that is equal to 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 4, that is 0 factorial. 0 factorial is 1, so answer is 4 factorial. So this answer is 4 factorial. What is 4P1? 4P1 is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 1, that is 3 factorial. So it is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And what is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. This and this will get cancelled. So this answer is 4. Now 2 factorial is 2 into 1. 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 and into 4. So what is the answer? You can multiply them. So it is 2 into 1 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 4. Answer will be 192. So total number of permit arrangements which begin with the vowel and end with the consonant will be given by 192. So there are 192 different arrangements of the letters of the word Friday which begin with vowel and end with consonant. So I hope you have understood this. Now let us take another problem. Six persons including a couple are to be seated in a row for a photograph. Okay. Photograph. So that the couple is always together. So that the couple is always together. Find the number of such arrangements. Find the number of such arrangements. Look at what is the question here. Try to read the question and understand. 6 persons, including a couple. You know what is the meaning of couple? Husband, wife. Okay. So out of these 6 people, there is one couple. Okay. These 6 people are to be seated in a row for a photograph. ये 6 लोगों को हमें फोटोग्राफ के लिए एक लाइन में अरेंज करना है. How we have to arrange? So that the couple is always together. यानी कपल साथ में ही बैठना चाहिए. इस तरह से अरेंज करना है. तो find out how many such arrangements are possible. How will you solve such type of problems? Look at here. First of all, try to understand the meaning. Okay. Suppose there are these are the 6 people. A, B, C, D, and XY. This XY is a couple. See, I'm telling you, in this permutation combination problems, you have to think in a right direction. Logically, you have to think. It is all about logical thinking. It's not big calculation and all and formulae. Okay. तो जहां पर 6 लोग हैं, उनमें से एक कपल है. कपल मतलब हस्बैंड वाइफ है. तो ये 4 लोग हो गए, सिंगल 4 लोग, और ये एक्स एंड वाई कपल है. ठीक है. तो टोटल कितने हो गए? 6 लोग हो गए. अब इन 6 लोगों को मुझे फोटोग्राफ के लिए लाइन में अरेंज करना है. लेकिन मेरा अरेंजमेंट कैसा होना चाहिए? कपल इज ऑलवेज टुगेदर. मतलब ये कपल जो है वो साथ में ही बैठना चाहिए. मीनिंग ऐसा अरेंजमेंट नहीं चलेगा. ए एक्स बी वाई सी डी. देखो इसमें ए और बी के बीच में एक्स है. एक्स एंड वाई आर नॉट टुगेदर. एक्स यहाँ है, वाई यहाँ है. ये साथ में नहीं बैठे हैं. इनके बीच में बी आ गया है. तो इस तरह का अरेंजमेंट हमें नहीं चलेगा. हमें किस तरह के अरेंजमेंट लेना है? जहां पर हस्बैंड वाइफ साथ में बैठे. मतलब ऐसा चलेगा. ए एक्स वाई बी सी डी. यस, दिस विल डू. ऐसा भी चलेगा. एक्स एंड वाई साथ में है और फिर ए बी सी डी है. या फिर ऐसा भी चलेगा. ए बी सी डी है और फिर यहाँ पर एक्स वाई है. ओके. तो यहां पर भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो एक्स वाई साथ में है. ए बी सी डी कैसे भी हो सकते हैं, लेकिन एक्स और वाई को साथ में ही रहना है. दिस इज व्हाट इज अवर कंडीशन. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तो ये वाला अरेंजमेंट नहीं हमको काउंट करना है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर एक्स और वाई साथ में नहीं है. बी उनके बीच में आ गया है. यहाँ पर भी नहीं है. यहाँ पर चलेगा. यहाँ पर यस, इधर भी एक्स और वाई साथ में, यहाँ पर भी है. और ऐसा भी नहीं चलेगा. सपोज मैंने लिखा ए सी बी और यहाँ लिखा एक्स, यहाँ डी और यहाँ वाई. ये भी नहीं चलेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पर भी एक्स और वाई साथ में नहीं है. इनके बीच में डी आ गया है. तो आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड. तो हमें क्या, कौन से अरेंजमेंट काउंट करना है? जहां पर एक्स और वाई साथ में है. ठीक है. एंड वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट हाउ मेनी सच अरेंजमेंट्स आर पॉसिबल. तो टू सॉल्व सच टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रैटेजी? हम कैसे सॉल्व करना चाहिए? तो हम क्या करेंगे? जिन जिन लोगों को हमें साथ में रखना है उनको हम अलग ना बोलकर एक ग्रुप में डाल देंगे. एंड वी विल से दैट इट इज वन ग्रुप. सो एक्स और वाई को मुझे साथ में अरेंज करना है, मतलब दे शुड बी ऑलवेज टुगेदर. तो मैं इन दोनों को अलग ना बोलकर एक ही बोलूंगी. तो देयर इज ओनली वन ग्रुप. दिस इज वन ग्रुप आई विल से. Okay, so one group will be there which will contain what? X and Y. I will call it as one group. And the remaining how many are there? 1 2 3 4. And the four are what? A B C D. So total अभी मैं कितने लोगों को अरेंज करूंगी? केवल 5 लोग. This is my total. Okay, understood? जिनको मुझे साथ में रखना है उनको मैं एक साथ बांध दूंगी और एक बंडल, एक ग्रुप बोल दूंगी. तो ये ग्रुप and the remaining 4, मतलब total 5. They can be arranged in how many different ways? So these 5 can be arranged. These 5 मतलब क्या क्या? One group plus 4 individual, है ना? These 5 can be arranged in how many different ways? In 5p5 different ways. Okay, DIFFERENT different ways. ओके तो हमने क्या किया, जिनको हमें साथ में रखना है उनको एक ग्रुप में डाल दिया, तो ये ग्रुप और द रिमेनिंग 4 मतलब टोटल 5 लोगों को हम अरेंज करेंगे एंड दैट कैन बी डन इन 5p5 different ways. Okay, now see individually, you see in the group, now the group in the group XY, in the group there are two people, na? There are two people, X and Y. So these two can be arranged, these two people, the husband wife, these two people can be arranged within the group in how many different ways? Within the group in 2p, two different ways. Okay, so therefore by fundamental theorem, total number of arrangements in which couple is always together, will be given by 5p5 into 2p2. Okay, 5p5 का वैल्यू आता है 5 फैक्टोरियल and 2p2 का वैल्यू आता है 2 फैक्टोरियल. You count that and see how much you will get. So I think 5 factorial is how much? 120. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1. And what is 2 factorial? It is 2. So you will get 240. So there will be 240 such arrangements. Okay. So the idea is what? First of all, जिनको आपको साथ में रखना है उन्हें आप एक अलग ना बोलकर एक ग्रुप बना दो. तो ये ग्रुप एंड द रिमेनिंग 4, तो इनको आप अरेंज करोगे. ठीक है. अब सपोज मैंने इनको अरेंज कर दिया और एंड वन, ये एक ग्रुप है XY वाला और द रिमेनिंग ABCD. सपोज ये मेरा एक अरेंजमेंट है. ठीक है. XY इज टुगेदर, है ना. यहीं पे मैं विद इन द ग्रुप ऑल्सो आई कैन अरेंज देम. एक अरेंजमेंट ये हो गया, दूसरा अरेंजमेंट ये हो गया. मैंने Y को यहाँ लिख दिया, X को यहाँ लिख दिया. स्टिल दे आर टुगेदर ना. ये देखो Y और X साथ में है ना. तो I can arrange them within the group in 2p2 ways. So 2 factorial, then multiply. Okay. So this is how such type of problems are solved. Let us take another problem. There are next exercise. There are 2 boys and 3 girls. In how many ways they can be arranged? So that boys are together and girls are also together. Okay, there are 2 boys, so let me call them as B1 and B2, and there are 3 girls, G1, G2 and G3. So there are total 5. How I have to arrange? The boys should sit together and girls should sit together. So what I will do, I will, जिनको मुझे साथ में रखना है उनको एक ग्रुप में डाल दूंगी. तो बॉयज को मुझे साथ में रखना है तो मैं एक ग्रुप और गर्ल्स का ग्रुप दूसरा. तो नाउ आई विल अरेंज दीज 2 ग्रुप्स. So it can be done in how many, these 2 groups can be arranged in how many ways? These 2 groups, there are 2 groups formed. So these 2 groups can be arranged in how many ways? In 2p, 2 different ways. 2p2 का वैल्यू आता है 2 फैक्टोरियल, दैट इज 2. सो सपोज व्हाट आर द अरेंजमेंट? पहले मैंने वन फर्स्ट ग्रुप रख दिया, बाद में सेकंड ग्रुप, या फिर पहले सेकंड ग्रुप बाद में फर्स्ट ग्रुप. तो फर्स्ट ग्रुप में क्या है? B1 एंड B2 और सेकंड ग्रुप में G1, G2, G3. So this is one arrangement. The other arrangement will be सेकेंड ग्रुप पहले ले लिया, मतलब G1 G2 G3 पहले और बाद में B1 B2. ओके, सो ऐसे दो ही अरेंजमेंट होंगे. नाउ लेट अस सी विद इन द ग्रुप आल्सो आई कैन अरेंज. फर्स्ट ग्रुप में क्या है, दो लोग हैं, तो B1 B2 या B2 B1 है ना. तो फर्स्ट ग्रुप कैन बी अरेंज विद इन देमसेल्फ. फर्स्ट ग्रुप कैन बी अरेंज इन हाउ मेनी वेज विद इन देमसेल्फ. इन फर्स्ट ग्रुप में दो लोग हैं, तो 2p 2 वेज, 2p2 मतलब 2 वेज. एंड सेकेंड ग्रुप में कितने लोग हैं, सेकेंड ग्रुप कैन बी अरेंज इन हाउ मेनी वेज. सेकेंड ग्रुप में 3 लोग हैं, तो B1 G1 G2 G3 बोलूं या G2 G3 G1 बोलूं या G3 G1 G2 बोलूं, they are together only na. So second group can be arranged in 3p 3 different ways, that is 3 factorial ways. So what will be the total arrangements? Therefore by fundamental theorem total arrangements will be how much. पहले हमने दोनों ग्रुप को किया, so you got it 2 factorial. फिर हमने अलग अलग लिया, फर्स्ट ग्रुप को 2, second group 3 factorial. So total arrangement will be 2 factorial, it is 2 into 1, 2 into 1 and 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1. So you will get 24. So there will be 24 arrangements possible where boys are together and girls are together. Okay, one last problem I will take. There are 2 books of maths, 3 books of accounts, and 4 books of economics. I have to arrange these books on a shelf. How many different ways can they be arranged? How many ways these books can be arranged? So that books of the same subject should be together. The books of the same subject should be together. यानी मुझे इनको अरेंज करना है, should be together. लेकिन कैसे करना है? सेम सब्जेक्ट के बुक साथ में होना चाहिए. So 2 books of mathematics है, तो I will call them M1 M2. These are the 2 books. 3 books of accounts, let us call them A1 A2 A3. A for accounts. 4 books of economics, call them E1 E2 E3 E4. ठीक है. अब ये मुझे 2 + 3 5 + 4 9 बुक्स को शेल्फ में अरेंज करना है. लेकिन कैसे करना है? दे शुड बी अरेंज इन सच ए वे कि मैथ्स के बुक साथ में होना चाहिए, अकाउंट्स के साथ में, कॉमर्स इकोनॉमिक्स के साथ में. ओके, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, इसको एक ग्रुप में बना दूंगी, ये इसको एक ग्रुप में, और ये 3 ग्रुप हो गए. These 3 groups can be arranged in how many ways? 3p 3 ways. I'm not writing it because there is no time now. So 3 factorial ways. Now look at, so these 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. Now let us take group wise. In the first group there are 2, तो M1 M2 एक अरेंजमेंट हो जाएगा, दूसरा M2 M1 हो जाएगा, है ना. तो the first group can be arranged in how many ways? 2p2 within themselves, so it is 2 factorial. Second group में 3 है, so they can be arranged within themselves in how many ways? 3p 3 ways, that is 3 factorial. Fourth group में कितने हैं? 4 बुक है, they can be arranged within themselves in 4p4, that is 4 factorial. So what will be the total number of arrangements? Therefore total number of arrangements where all the books of the same subjects are together will be given by, पहले हमने तीनों ग्रुप को किया, that is 3 factorial. उसके बाद एक एक ग्रुप को लेकर किया, so फर्स्ट ग्रुप में तो 2 factorial into 3 factorial into 4 factorial, तो जो भी आंसर आएगा 3 into 3 factorial is 6, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 6 and 4 factorial is 24. देखो कितना आता है. How much you will get? 24 into 6 into 2 into 6, 1728. इतने अरेंजमेंट हो जाएंगे. इतने अरेंजमेंट आर पॉसिबल वेयर ऑल द बुक्स ऑफ द सेम सब्जेक्ट्स आर टुगेदर. ओके, Okay, so I will now give you the attendance link.